Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a train deck profile. So I'm really excited for this one because this is a super cool, fun deck that makes one of my favorite boss monsters in the entire game, which is Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Libby. I have been in love with this card ever since it was released. It is an amazing OTK-based card that basically can make itself on top of a rank 10 machine monster and then attack for up to 6,000 attack points, which is insane. But without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that button there so you can become part of the notifications squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description because we have some really cool rewards for you guys, like getting a signed card sent to you in the mail, getting your link or getting your name in the description of every single video, or even getting to request a deck profile every single month that you are a patron. So let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of the Super Express Train. So basically what this card does is it is a quick special summon monster. They cannot declare an attack unless you send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, which is not that big of a deal because basically what you're trying to do with this card is the first effect of this card with a dot. But if all monsters are Earth Machine monsters, minimum 1, and this card's in your hand, you can special summon this card in your hand, which is a really good effect to be able to put this card on the field, to be able to link summon with it, to be able to XYZ summon with it, or to do anything that you need to. Then we play 3 copies of Heavy Freight Train DarkArmed. DarkArmed is such a good card in here. Now basically what this card does is if an Earth Machine monster is normal or special summon, then you can special summon this card right behind it. And then its original attack becomes half, and you can only use its effect once per turn. And if this card is detached as an XYZ material and sent to the graveyard, then you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it, which is really good to make way for the train so you guys can get a destruction effect and then OTK your opponent. Then we play 3 copies of Night Express Night. I am not playing the new Goldilocks, the new train, the Land Scraper. If you guys do want to put that card in here, you definitely can. Drop 1 Night Express Night and put in a Goldilocks. That is the way to play that card. It's not going to release in the TCG until June, but we are going to get it in the European TCG where you guys can play it in the end of April. So you guys can definitely drop out one of these and play test it at 1. Let me know how you like that card, but I feel like it's a 1 of maybe. We might play it at 3. I don't know. I haven't play tested with it that much, but for now I always start at 1 and then work my way up to see if I like the card and see if I like playing with it. So that's definitely an option for you guys. So then I have a little tech card that I play in here that's a rank 10 or a level 10 Earth Machine monster for the moment, and then there's 1 copy of Machina Citadel. Machina Citadel is a really interesting tech card in here that you guys are going to look at and go, oh. But the reason you play this card in here is because it can't be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned by a card effect. And then quick effect, you can target a machine monster you control and destroy that machine monster. And all monsters your opponent controls will attack less than or equal to that monster's. And if an Earth Machine monster you control, except in Citadel, is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard while this card's in your graveyard, you can instantly special summon this card back. Is why I play this card as a 1 of in this deck, because I think it's a really interesting rank 10 or level 10 Earth Machine monster. It's kind of a train, but it's a tank. Then we play 3 copies of Flying Pegasus Railroad Stampede. Flying Pegasus Railroad Stampede is if it's normal or special summon, you get to target an Earth Machine monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in defense position, but negate its effects. You can target 1 other machine monster you control, and this card's level becomes that monster's level until the end phase of the turn, and you cannot declare an attack for the turn you activate this effect, which is not that big of a deal, because a lot of this deck is set up to OTK, which is not, I mean, it's not unheard of. Then we play 1 copy of Ruffian Railcar for the last Earth Machine monster. The Ruffian Railcar is a really neat card because it's a Garnet, because it's just kind of like a vanilla, but it's here for the urgent schedule and the revolving switchyard, which is the main reasons that you play this card at 1. So that's it for your Earth Machine monsters. Let's get into the tech cards of the deck. So for the tech cards of the deck, we're going to be playing a single copy of Yugioh, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. So Yugioh basically says, hey, special summon me from your hand for free by shuffling all monsters that are in your graveyard back into your deck. which basically is like, okay, cool, that's fine. Cannot be normal turn set, cannot be special summon, except by returning all monsters from your graveyard into your deck. And it's a rank 10 monster or level 10 monster that can just instantly special summon it from your hand, which is really, really cool. Then we play an extremely small, so it's still Shadow Trains, but we still play a small Shadow Engine, which is a single Squamata and a single Beast, just to get us a draw card. But basically, if you top deck the Shadow Fusion, you just use these to go into your Shikinaga with your copy of Citadel, because I wanted the Citadel to be my one-of card to send to the graveyard. If you don't want to play the Citadel and you want to play the Land Scraper at 2, drop 1 Night Express Knight and drop the Citadel and play both of those. Play 2 copies of the Land Scraper if you want to play that instead. So basically, these cards' effects are, if they're sent to the graveyard, then they gain effects. This one lets you draw, Beast lets you draw a card, and Squamata lets you send Beast to the graveyard. Usually you're going to send Beast so you can draw that extra card and keep the Squamata in deck, or if you know you're only going to make the Shikinaga, you'll send Squamata to the graveyard to thin the deck to draw a card to summon Beast, and go from there. You can summon Construct in the deck, which you guys are about to learn, which we're going to be playing 3 copies of Jizukiro, the Star-Destroying Kaiju. So why in the world am I playing Jizukiro? Okay, so Jizukiro is a rank 10 monster that you guys, there's going to be some rank 10 cards in this deck that you guys are going to be like, huh? But basically what you do with this card is you can special summon it, you tribute, it's a kaiju. You tribute your opponent's monster, you summon it to their field. But if you have a kaiju, like a copy of Kumungus or Gamma Seal, then you can special summon this card to your side of the field and overlay with it for your Juggernaut Libi, which is really cool. Or if you activate Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, you can attack over, or you can just destroy the whole field and then summon Jizukiro to your side of the field, summon Gamma Seal to your opponent's side of the field, make the Juggernaut Libi with this card and a Night Express Knight if you normal summon it, and then just OTK your opponent. So the next 2 cards are my 2 tech cards, which we're going to play Guess That Card. They are the same exact card. This is the same exact card twice. So you're going to comment down below, tell me what you think it is. It is a really interesting, only hint is that it's a machine monster card. I'm not going to tell you what it is. So definitely comment down below, tell me what you think it is, and I'll reveal it in 3, 2, 1. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. So here we go. So what it is 2 copies of Cyber Dragon. Why am I playing Cyber Dragon? Okay, so here is my thought process about playing Cyber Dragon. So Mega Fleet is a rank 10, is a level 10. You can overlay with Mega Fleet to make, you can hit a monster in their extra monster zone if they're playing Link monsters, get rid of it with Cyber Dragon, special summon Cyber Dragon to your opponent's side of the field, to your side of the field. If they're playing Appaloosa, summon this card, doesn't trigger. Link away the Appaloosa and the Cyber Dragon for the Mega Fleet, and you already have your first level 10 monster to make Juggernaut Libi. If you give them the Jizukiro, however, you can also make the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon with this to go for Cyber Dragon and the Jizukiro. That is just another option for you guys. I know that's a little bit weird of a tech. I really like it. If you top deck this first turn, you're going first. Your opponent forces you to go first or second. I mean, you always want to go second in this deck. You give them this, or you summon this to your side of the field, get rid of whatever monster they have in the extra monster zone, which is probably going to be Appaloosa, because everybody plays Appaloosa nowadays. Get rid of it, summon this, or summon the Mega Fleet, and then go from there. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. Definitely tell me what you think about this tech card. It's a really interesting tech card in here. I really like it. If you don't want to play the Cyber Dragons, you can play Twin Twisters as well. That's another option for you guys if you just hate back row. If you just depends on what you don't want to deal with. I don't find a lot of back row decks nowadays. I'm finding a lot of main deck monsters that are making Link monsters, especially with the Access Code Talker coming out. This card handles that card. So then we play a single copy of Monster Reborn. Just kind of helps us get our rank 10 monsters on the field, or our fodder for our rank 10 monsters. Really helps out. 3 copies of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, because if you don't hit them with the Cyber Dragon, you're going to hit them with this. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber at 3 is bonkers. It's basically Dark Hole, but it sends the monsters to the graveyard, gives you a Kaiju, gives your opponent a Kaiju, you give them the Gamma Seal, you get the Jizukiro, and you overlay from there. 1 copy of Terraforming to add our Revolving Switchyard to our hand. 2 copies of Limited Removal, because everything is a machine monster, and OTKing our opponent with a 12,000 attack point. Juggernaut Libi is hilarious. 3 copies of our Revolving Switchyard. Revolving Switchyard is one of the best cards in the entire deck. Its effects are, if a rank 10 or a level 10 Earth Machine monster is normal or special summoned to your field, you can activate this effect. Your opponent takes no battle damage for the rest of the turn. For the rest of the turn, even this card leaves the field, and then You can special summon a level 4 Earth Machine type monster with 1800 or more attack from your deck. And if you do, it becomes a level 10. You can send a card from your hand to the graveyard to add a level 10 Earth Machine type monster from your deck to your hand, which the searching ability is usually the one that you're going to be activating the majority of the time anyways. Then we play 3 copies of Urgent Schedule. Urgent Schedule is something that you want to set and then activate at your opponent's end phase to be able to special summon a level 4 and a level 10 monster to your side of the field, which is really cool. I really like this card. It's one of the best cards in the entire rank 10 archetype. And then we play 3 copies of Shadow Fusion because top decking the Shadow Fusion is hilarious when your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra monster zone. Or a extra deck monster, because you're going to summon Shikinaga, Construct, or Winda. It depends on what you need. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're playing double Libby, double Juggernaut Libby. Juggernaut Libby is quite the juggernaut in this deck. Basically what this card does is you can XYZ summon this card on top of a rank 10 Earth Machine type monster, or a rank 10 Machine type monster, and then once per turn you can detach a material from this card and it gains 2000 attack, and for the rest of the turn you can only declare attacks with this card. And then during each battle phase, this card can make attacks on monsters up to the number of materials it has, +1. So automatically, you're going to have 2 materials on it because of the original machine monster that you made with it, plus the Earth Machine monster. So you're going to detach a material, so it's going to get 3 attacks at 6,000. Plus limit removal is 12,000, so you can deal out 36,000 damage with this one card. 1 copy of number 81, Super Dora. This card is something that I make just to make the copy of the Juggernaut Libby in case I need to be a little bit more defensive and make it unaffected by card effects. 1 Gustav Max because you can burn your opponent for 2,000. 1 Sky Palace because this card can pop a card on the field, which is kind of nice. And 1 number 35 because this card can boost your monsters up by a lot. And I mean a lot. So that's why I play this card at 1. Then we play a single copy of Shikinaga. Shikinaga is just here for the Shadow Fusion plays that you can overlay this card with the other monsters in the deck to make your copy of your Juggernaut Libby. 1 copy of Construct because it's really easy to make with Jizukiro, or you can even make it with your copies of Cyber Dragon, which is another option for you guys. And then we play a single copy of Winda just in case we need to control the board a little bit. You can take out the Kamungus if you want to take out the Kamungus and put the Raiden in, or the multi-dimensional kaiju, the Dark Kaiju, and make it a little bit easier to summon the Winda. That is an option for you guys if you want to go that route instead, because the attack and defense of the kaiju that you summon is not going to matter because you're just going to attack over it anyways. 1 copy of Mega Fleet because of Cyber Dragon. That's a really interesting card. I really love that card. 1 copy of Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Same thing for the Cyber Dragon play that you just summon Cyber Dragon to your side of the field and link it away with a Jizukiro or a monster in the extra monster zone to make this. Boral Sword to OTK even more with your opponent. Phoenix to pop spells and traps. 1 copy of Double-Headed Anger Knuckler. This card's really interesting. I just feel like it's a 1 of nowadays since we're Xing Link format. Just a good card overall. I don't think you need it at more than 1 though now. And then 1 copy of Verte Anaconda because you can make it with your Super Poly, or not Super Poly, but I always say Super Poly, so that's why I'm automatically said it. But Shadow Fusion is the other card that you use with this card to summon Shikinaga, Construct, or Winda, depending on what you want to summon to be able to kind of shut your opponent down. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a really interesting Shadow train deck. It's kind of Shadows, kind of trains. I mean, you can summon all 3 of these, so I guess I would still consider it a Shadow deck, a Shadow variant. It just doesn't play as heavy as an engine of, engine because they're trains, of the other Shadow monsters. It just doesn't. It doesn't need them. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad. Definitely tell me what you think of this deck down in the comments down below. It's a really fun deck to play around with, and I highly recommend you guys, if you get the chance to play around this deck, even if you're playing with it on Yugioh Pro, it ends games in 1 to 2 turns. I'm serious. It's ridiculous. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.